If the main question is going to be what do we do about Medicare costs, any proposal that Paul makes will be painted as cutting benefits over the long term. There is a political vulnerability to doing anything that tinkers with Medicare, and that's probably the biggest savings that are obtained through Paul's plan. I raise that because we're not going to be able to do anything about any of these entitlements if what we do is characterize whatever proposals are put out there as, well, you know, that's the other party is being irresponsible. The other party's trying to hurt our senior citizens. That the other party is doing X, Y, Z. It's a vision that says America can't afford to keep the promise we've made to care for our seniors. Who are these 50 million Americans? Many are somebody's grandparents, maybe one of yours, who wouldn't be able to afford nursing home care without Medicaid. Put simply, it ends Medicare as we know. If we're going to frame these debates in ways that allow us to solve them, then we can't start off by figuring out A, who's to blame, B, how can we make the American people afraid of the other side. It's a vision that says up to 50 million Americans have to lose their health insurance in order for us to reduce the deficit. Some are middle-class families who have children with autism or Down syndrome. The disabilities are so severe that they require 24-hour care. And so the question is, at what point can we have a serious conversation about Medicare cuts that tell us we can't afford the America that I believe in and I think you believe in? This vision is less about reducing the deficit than it is about changing the basic social compact in America. You will get a voucher. And if that voucher isn't worth enough to buy the insurance that's available in the open marketplace, well, tough luck. Americans who have the drive and the will but not the money to go to college, we can't afford to send them. These are the Americans we'd be telling to fend for themselves. And worst of all, this is a vision that says even though Americans can't afford to invest in education at current levels or clean energy, even though we can't afford to maintain our commitment on Medicare and Medicaid, we can somehow afford more than $1 trillion in new tax breaks for the wealthy. It's a vision that says if our roads crumble and our bridges collapse, we can't afford to fix them. It's all tactics.